Hi, I'm Jason Diaz with Ghost Texas. Of course, we have Patrick Terrio, Melvin Maya, Jerry Futch, and again, I'm Jason Diaz. We're here to discuss episode 1, Ghost Texas, called Clowning Around. If you haven't seen that yet on YouTube, definitely go check that out first before watching this. We're here to discuss it, give our thoughts, feelings, and any type of other ideas we have going forward.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, we'll go ahead and we'll link that above and in the description. So if you need to get quicker access to that, we'll link it.
Yeah, but how are the gentlemen doing today?
Good.
Doing great.
Good. Hey, this episode, Clowning Around. I think we all kind of felt the same. We went into this, of course, open-minded, ready to go. Doing the episode didn't really seem like anything was going on, huh? The vibes, it was actually going through all the evidence that we found. You know, of course, the spirit box stuff we heard live. I mean, outstanding evidence, but those EVPs though, man.
Yeah, like there was little things here and there that we kind of felt maybe something was going. Like basically, I didn't take a negative feeling from anything.
Yeah. No.
I felt there may have been some sort of a presence. But like you said, it wasn't until like really going in and reviewing the material like where we really discovered some of those EVPs beyond these super obvious spirit box ones we found.
Yeah.
The main thing is going in with an open mind. Of course, our first episode, our first test run, we're trying to see everything we can do, just going in, just seeing what we can discover and making sure we all are a well-oiled machine. And imagine, like it was awesome. We caught a lot of things on the EVP.
Yeah, a lot of clear spirit box stuff, clear EVP stuff, and something else to keep in mind. I mean, we all, went through all the evidence, hours and hours of footage, so, I mean, there was a lot of stuff we were able to debunk, This was the stuff that we just could not explain. I mean,
it was a lot of fun. It felt like we were dealing with something that really kind of wanted to be found and wanted to be heard. And I think it's important that we started with that because, like you said, we went into this kind of almost wanting to just knock a little rust off, and the fact that we kind of found something that wanted to be found, I think we were really fortunate.
Yeah.
If you've watched the episode, one of the things you'll see is obviously there's an interview in there with the homeowner and Patrick, and she discusses a lot of the things that led us to that property and why we were there to do an investigation. So as they mentioned, kicking some rust off is we started Ghost Texas around 2008 or 2009, and basically took like a 10-year hiatus. So this was our first investigation, and we really just kind of wanted to make sure that everybody was familiar with all the equipment. We wanted to go somewhere that we believed that there may have been some activity, and that's what Patrick was saying, we went in there open-minded, didn't really expect to find much. It was kind of like a test run, and then we ended up discovering some things.
That was cool.
Yeah.
That was real cool.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know, go back and look at this clip, but in the beginning, the first spirit box evidence we had sounds just like Melvin's voice. It's something we've all talked about, all discussed. It's not him talking, because we had a camera angle from Jerry.
Right, and it was basically like whatever was there recorded Melvin and repeated it maybe 10 minutes later, because Melvin possibly at one point
20 or
20, 30 minutes
an hour a day, who knows? I mean,
it's almost like it imprinted me, because when we were unloading the car, we all met up at the residence in separate vehicles, and the bulk of the equipment was in my car, and I'm almost 100% certain, not 99%, but like 100% certain there was a point where I told you guys, hey, help me get the equipment from the car.
Yeah.
And then here we are in the actual investigation an hour later, whenever that was, and we hear that, and that's just unexplainable. We don't, I don't know.
And if you guys don't know exactly what the voice box, spirit box is, of course you can Google it, see some more on it, but we have no control of what audio is coming in. It's basically backwards running through FM channels, so anything that's picked up, it's just random. So part of the theory is that any type of energy or spirit or whatever it may be could jumble those things in to communicate with us.
Mm-hmm.
So you know that.
Yeah, and one thing to mention is we made extra efforts to modify the spirit box so that it would eliminate the
radio
possibility
stations.
of radio stations
Yeah.
coming through. And then what Jason was saying about it, FM, is it actually scans in reverse. And so every time you hear a basically that's like another channel, another channel, another channel, another channel. So if you get a consecutive group of words, that should theoretically be impossible.
Like voice box radio.
Yeah, when the radio's still going, and we get a clear voice over that. So towards the end of the video, Jerry and I were discussing, when we were in one of the rooms of the kids, which, this is one of those things that's kind of hard to capture on camera, right?
Yes.
But there was airflow, like cool spots, little brushes of wind. I don't know how you say, like.
There was a chill. It wasn't a suggestive chill. There was a deliberate jolt of air, and I couldn't reproduce it.
Yeah,
and that's I think that's what was most important, is no matter what you did, no matter how you
cold?
tried to.
Was it really cold?
It was cold enough to be a stark difference.
Okay, so nothing, since we did film this episode early in the year and during the winter.
Yeah.
Right.
There's no reason the homeowner's AC would be on.
Right.
The ceiling fan was turned off. Matter of fact, once we both kind of were in agreement that we felt this little drafts of air is what I'm looking for. We closed the door.
Yep.
And we still got those drafts of air. Now that's not in the video, and the reason it's not in the video again is because how do you really show drafts of air?
Right.
So we couldn't explain it. Also, at the end of the video, you hear Patrick discussing his experience with the draft of air, and when he was talking about that, it wasn't until later that he was even aware of our experience.
I had no idea that y'all experienced the same thing until later on. There is one thing I want to bring up too while we're thinking about it that didn't make the cut, was something that happened to Jerry and I. We were in the attic doing some EVP sessions, and we had these jokers in the bedroom below the attic, and there was some stuff going on. Matter of fact, just watch this, you'll see.
Yeah, we'll throw the clip up.
Womp womp.
Are we hearing them above us?
I can hear him above us. I can hear him talking.
Should we play a joke on him and tap the ceiling?
Maybe if you have like a hanger. Oh, perfect.
I'm bad doing this, but.
They're gonna be like,
They're gonna be so mad at us.
They're gonna be, oh my god.
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
Twice. That's odd.
Got a question for y'all.
Can't hear you, over.
Was anybody rolling a ball on tile or the hardwood?
But it was all in good fun. Of course, they told us immediately they didn't want us.
Yeah, we radioed in right off the bat.
Yeah.
But what a great moment! Just the you feeling like you heard something.
I mean, I almost immediately felt guilty.
Because we were on the trail cam doing it.
Yeah,
We should've been
like
on the trail
I
cam.
felt guilty. Okay, so we do take these investigations serious. We do. But we also like to
course.
have a little bit of fun.
Of course.
I think all of us, for the most part, have known each other in the realm of 20 plus years.
Yeah. Long time.
Don't
So-
show our age like that, no.
What? I mean, we've known each other since like 6
Oh,
or
yeah,
7 years
I'm
old.
Rolling around in diapers on that
Yeah,
power
we're only like
wheels.
23, 24, right?
But no, so basically, we kind of played a prank on these guys, and it was towards the end of the investigation. Some of the other things, though, aside from the the spirit box, was the EVPs.
Yeah.
The in your room.
In your room.
which was interesting because, you know, we're using a wide range of equipment. So we've got expensive DSLRs down to $150 trail cams, and old school action cameras and some of this stuff too. And it's interesting that a trail cam captured that, you know?
Yeah.
And yeah, there's really no explaining where that whisper came from. And if you look at that clip and you can see that somebody's back is to the camera, that was Patrick. That was Patrick's back to the camera. Completely unaware that that EVP even existed until reviewing it.
And matter of fact, everyone else was on the opposite end of the house.
Yeah, completely.
I was in the process of setting up. I mean, so it was early in the night, setting up. I was the only one in the room, so.
Yep.
Very cool. Very cool. And after watching the video again of the actual episode, I really do get that excited when we get live evidence like the spirit box.
Absolutely.
I'm always geeking out.
Yeah. So guys, this is episode 1, as Jason mentioned. We've got a lot of episodes coming up, some of them that have already been done, some of them that we're working on. But our goal with this group is to venture to as many places as we can in Texas. So, you know, tell us in the comments if there's some places you think we should visit. If you're experiencing something out of the norm and unexplainable and need some assistance, reach out to us. If we can get out to you, we will.
And please, if you saw something that we didn't see, we'd love to know.
Absolutely.
Leave it in the comments.
Absolutely.
Also, definitely follow us on all brands of social media. Follow Ghost Texas, and also our YouTube channel. Make sure you like and subscribe to that.
And all of the links for that stuff will be in the video description below. Check out our website as well. Sometimes we'll put things on the website that are not on the investigations. As we come across other people's evidence, I guess sometimes, you know. So if we think something's intriguing enough, we might, you know, write up a blog ourselves prior to doing an investigation of our own.
Yeah.
And merch.
Merch, guys.
Merch will be on the way.
Yes.
We're wearing some Ghost Texas shirts. These are just the test run.
Yep. We're gonna have all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Hats, shirts, everything. A little bit of everything.
And if there's some kind of particular piece of merch you think we should get, let us know.
And Jason does birthday parties. Let us know.
We do balloon animals, everything.
Absolutely.
Anything else, guys?
That's it. I had a blast doing this with y'all guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can't wait until they see the other episode.
It's only going to get better.
Only gonna get better.
Yeah, wait for season 2.